Alrighty then, so let's just assume that this has started. So now, hello, yes, people, it is I, jolly good old asshole of the earth. So, we're going to talk about this. Georgia guidestones are a cellular energy schematic. Jesus Christ, superstar. Okay, I don't want to get into this right now. Now, the reason I'm going to do this, before we get into some, that stuff, let's go here. I'm going to talk about. Oh, I should have these relabeled. There we go. This is better. That's the way I want to do it. So a 3 is the one light switch. Now, I'm still working on the upstairs. I replaced the electrical today and I was having a hard time because all the plugs were backwards. And I didn't realize it, but they actually had that little piece of metal between the hot chipped off between the two receptacles of the outlets, and which means that it is switch activated, which means that there's extra wires, yada yada yada. And when I took everything apart, I didn't really pay attention, to which I had to snip and yada yada. I installed everything, had to do it twice, took a lot of time. I corrected it eventually, and it all works fine, and everything is good. But I learned a valuable lesson in a 3 being a 1, because the 3 bottom light switches, okay? So like a light switch normally looks like I don't know, like 110, okay? So like there's one on that wall, and there was one on that wall, and the one was further away, was on this wall, okay? Like this, okay? And then like, because like outlets and plugs and stuff, they have like, like an over-under kind of thing. So like basically there's a little blip thing that goes here where your wire goes into one of them and your wire goes in the other one. And you gotta snip it here, snip it here, snip it here. Then you gotta make sure you get it all in the right order so it works. So these guys are all connected. 3 is the one light switch. Yeah, Kevin learned a valuable lesson today. So that's going to come into the discussion about the Georgia Guidestones. But before we get to the Georgia Guidestones, let's talk about Ottawa Turkish half cell, because that's just ridiculous, right? So this actually exists, okay? Here you go. You got a monument to fallen diplomats. This monument was located at the intersection of Island Park Drive and Sir John A. Macdonald. Oh, that's funny. Parkway in Ottawa. It is dedicated to all public servants and diplomats in foreign service who have fallen while serving their country. In the shape of a sphere, its monument symbolizes the eternal resting place of the fallen. Its large open face is directed towards the gateway of eternity, while its smaller extremity points toward the earth, opening into the gateway of time. The metal prisms inside represent those who have made the ultimate sacrifice. The single prism located at the gateway of time pays special tribute to Colonel Altikat, military attaché of the embassy to the Republic of Turkey in Ottawa, who was assassinated on August 17, 827, 1982. I wonder what the... Yeah. Sorry, guy. Okay. So let's start day, May 10, 1982. And let's end the day on August, what is it? Oh my. August 27, 1982. August 27, 1982. You want to include the +1? No, let's not include the +1. 3 months, 17 days. A 3, 7, and 1 plus 7 is 8, and a circle is 9. 379 code. 3 months, 17 days. 15 weeks, 4 days. 109 days. 109. Interesting. Include the +1. 110 days, guy. Interesting. 18. Anyway, whatever. So, yeah. This commemorative work of public art is a gift from Republic of Turkey. It was created by artists Azimet Karaman, sculptor, Levent, Theraman, architect. Look at all these people. Look at all these guys. Look at all these guys. So they made a thing, and it looks like that, you know, like a giant eyeball, or your flat earth dome retards. Okay, so here's where the light comes in. Remember I keep saying the light that comes in has to be on an angle? You know, like an angle. Coming in on an angle. Okay? Remember that? Remember I said that? And see, it's filled with little silver, whoa. It's filled with little silver plates. These little silver plates are actually on the ends of the wood on the inside, and they're screwed there. And each one of these silver plates or something means something. And they're all different depths and code and stuff. Okay? Now, if we do some counting, okay? Let's do some counting because counting is fun. Now, there you go. What is this? Let's take a color. Let's start with the more wavy, the blue, the ultraviolet, and size that. Okay, let's start here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69, 70, 71, 72, 73, 74. Now, 74 is obviously in a circle, right? For a 75. And you can obviously see it with your eyes, right? For a 76. Ain't that interesting? Ain't that interesting? Really? Really? I'm shocked. So, that's interesting. Okay, what about the backside? Yeah, let's look at the backside now. Alright, so what do we have here? You know, so only 74 pieces of wood on the outside, right? So it's like God, you know? It's like the giant God particle, you know? The one that literally says God in two different ways with lowercase and uppercase at different resolutions and granularities. But like that's pretty shocking. All right, so what do we got here? I want a pencil and size to be giant. 1. That's not giant. All right, whatever. Let's do red instead. Control Z. 1. Control Z. Control Z. Z. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Actually, wait a second. Good night. If this is the middle, I'd say that would be the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, where this stuff is. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 13. This would be the 14th. You know, 14 is very important because a 14 is just a 6 plus an 8 because, a cube has 6 faces and 8 vertices. We'll get to that with the Georgia Guidestones. So this is your 14. There's your 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, and 28. Oh, the Austin Lee Meredith connection, the N+2 of God. I'm shocked. I'm a shocked face. Yeah. So that means like the 28. Oh, everything is just so complicated. Sorry. The 28 and the 76. Now, if we already counted, it's 74 really, right? Now 74 and 28, that would be 90, that would be 102, 103, 104, 105, 106, 107, 108, 109, and you can see it, 110, which is coincidentally here. Interesting. Sorry if I'm being a bad camera person. Let's do that again. If that thing symbolizes a 76, if we count for all like your vision and the circle and everything, okay? It's 74 plus 1 for 75 plus your vision for 76, the n plus 2. 76 plus 28 is 102. You have 4 characters, 106. 107 for this combined, 108 for that combined, 109 for them all together. 109. I want it to be 110. Oh, I didn't add the plus 1 for the circle of the 28, didn't I? I did not. That's where the other plus 1 is. It's the circle of the bottom circle and the circle of the top circle because it doesn't go to a 0th dimensional singularity. Right? Let me show you what I mean. If I may. Like so. What am I doing? What am I doing, guy? Circle like there. Yeah, that one. That'd be your 29. We're not going to include the black one, like I said. So what do we got here? Oh, I don't know. We got, oh, I don't want this. Go away. Here. Now we're going to add. So what do we have? We have a 28. Okay, hold on. Control B. We have a 28. Okay. And then we have a 74. Okay, so that's going to be a 29 for the plus 1. That'll be a 75 for the plus 1. We're going to add the plus 1 to this one for 76 because it's your plane of vision of your 2 eyes. Okay? So then this is going to equal, well, hold on a second. Now we'll just, totals. That's going to equal this plus this. That equals 105. But then that's going to equal this. Is it going to equal this plus 4 for the 2976? 109. And then, sorry. Cut, paste. Good. And then right here, this will make a 1 by 2. Really? 1 by 2. And that will be equal to this plus 1, which is your 110. Because 110 is really fancy and stuff because, you know, the whole 1 of 7 of 13 of 110. Which is really just this. Which is 3D Earth. Which is that. Okay, so we're going to talk about, that's what this means. This monument, which is in Ottawa, okay, there, that's what it is. Yeah, I'm a lost cause. Okay, and that, yeah, I looked at this. Someone mentioned this with this picture. Very interesting. A cell with a singularity with a spiral or an eddy current coming out of it in 2 directions. Magnetized light over time because everything is magnetized light. And I learned all this shit in school, but my brain right now doesn't give a fuck about things that are like this complicated. Because things don't have to be this complicated. Things should be easy. The Raven. Yeah. Alright, so that's what that little doohickey. Okay, this one I should call a turkey cell. Alright, and this one I'm gonna call it Georgia Guidestones. GG. Alright, so now let's go to the reason why I'm playing this. Yeah, I feel like a lost cause guy. Okay, so yeah, back. Now, a cube is just a hexagon. So you see this right here? That is what a completed free energy, please be on this, yes. That's what a completed free energy cell looks like, okay? When it's all in a cube of bunch of antenna made of little cube magnets with little springs and antennas coming off it where you get your voltage from, because you get no current, but you get voltage, but your current comes from the spinning wheels on the 6 faces and the 8 vertices. And there are 3 wheels on all 6 faces and 5 wheels on all 8 vertices, which are very important in creation. Now, alright, what do you got here for me, Beck? What do you got? Yeah, somebody new. You should share this information. Hey, look, it's back up all night. Look at 0 minutes and 0 seconds. Does it start as... Ah, are you getting it yet? They like to symbolize this in everything. And it opens up into the plane of vision of your eyes, your left eye and your right eye. Your right eye being the righteous, the hand of God. The understanding of time and how to create 1/2 of the 9x9 matrix, where the left hand of God is all the bad side of God, or the energy side, as in actual volts and current to make watts energy. Yeah, I know. Maybe you'll fall down on your face or something, right? You know? Maybe you'll be this mind blasted guy. Maybe, just maybe. Wake up! A Canada presentation. Okay, you see that? That actually happened. I didn't make this. At 15 seconds, guy. At 15 seconds. A circled 15 is a 16 complete. A Canada presentation. You're goddamn right. Baby, yeah, am I a lost cause? Okay, so before we get to, okay, let's see what we got here. So I got 3 is 1 light switch, was kind of interesting. We need that, again, for this. I'll get to that in a second. We talked about this. This is gone. And we're talking about lost cause, really. Well, let's keep it going, get rid of it. It's here for a reason. There's too many people. There's too many people. Used to know. They see. Why? There's a reason. I think he's like shooting stuff. Oh, wait, it's coming. The hexagram's coming. All right. Sorry. Let's just focus for a second. All right, we're focused. You know your secrets. You know this. I can't make this up. I can't. You want to hear that again? You know your secrets. Oh, what? Why? You know your secrets. You know this. Okay, do you get it? All it means is that a cube has 6 faces and 8 vertices. And when you're looking at the X, you're actually looking at 2, one behind the other, and one behind the other, one behind the other, and one behind the other. X, Y, and Z. So, alright. This town is crazy. Nobody cares. Yeah, you're all a bunch of idiots. Baby, I'm lost? You think I'm lost? Baby, I don't think so. Like I just don't think so, guys. Like, prove me wrong. Prove me wrong. This is nuts. Like, literally nuts, guy. Literally nuts. Do you feel me? I hope you feel me. Anyways, so these are funny. All right, let's go to this. Georgia guidestones are a cellular energy schematic. Now, the reason I wrote this is because it is. You should be able to go visit the Georgia Guidestones and understand the Genesis 1 of the Georgia Guidestones. Now, oh my god, it's very interesting. I forgot over here. You have 8 languages, and you have 4 ancient ones, like Sanskrit or something like that. Okay? What is that? That is an 8 and a 4, which is like a, you know, a complete fucking cell, right? So we're gonna do this. A little bit of that. And I say this deserves yellow, because before you create, you must first destroy, and yellow is the color of destruction. Okay, so we're gonna go over the first line, or the first of the 10 new commandments, and understand what it is the fuck it means. Now, you know, the Georgia Guidestones teaches us something about a +1, a pseudonym. No. It's a pseudonym. So why would they replace the 13th letter of the alphabet with the 14th letter of the alphabet? I think it's because these brackets simplify a circle going around the sentence. You know, a galaxy of 2 selves. So your +1 has been added. Okay? That's what it's teaching you. Teaching you about a +1. Okay, now, what else happens with the Georgia Guidestones? Look, light. This is where you can watch the sun or something, and their stupid equinox and the stupidness of the nonsense of the sine wave. Okay? Because we're moving from sin, just cuz. Go from sine to cos. Eventually tangent, probably. And it has like creepy little holes at an angle. You know, like I keep saying, the cellular energy device needs light to shine in at a certain angle, maybe like 23.4 degrees off the axis one way and 45 degrees off the axis the other way, because 45 degrees is very important between the let me just find the goddamn picture. Where's my picture? This is my picture. View image. Alright. Right here is Orion. Look. Right here. Boom. Orion. If you line up Orion's belt with Sirius in Canis Major, you know man's best friend, the hunter's best friend is a dog or God. And if you take this dot and you line it up with these dots, and then you go up here and line them up with right here the Pleiades, and it goes right through the metal goddamn thing of Cassiopeia, of the W, which is like an upside down M, and it goes through Andromeda. So it makes a line of 45 degrees from this blue line, which is called the Equivor. Well, looks like this is like the sun and planets, and this would be the elliptical or the equator or something. And then here you'd be your 45 degrees one way on, let's say, the right-handed God, 4, 5, and 9. You know, like a 9 guy. Like on the right-handed God, you would see a 4 and a 5 to make a 9, which is a 12 if you circle the 4, circle the 5, and circle them together, which would be 4 plus 5 is 9, 10, 11, 12. Because there's 12 and 12 in a day, but this is just a 6 and a 5 encircled, and that's a 12. That's 24 hours in our day, because we have a left and a right part of our day. And over here on this side, on the left-handed God, there is a line that travels right here, Phoenix. It'll go straight, lined up with Phoenix, going all the way through over here into Epiphanes, going right through Morwen Yan. Morwen Yan is wormwood, because I made a video way back when that said Win Yan is equal to worm plus wood, because a plus is a cross is a 20. And if you calculate the numbers in worm and the numbers in wood from the English alphabet, and you added 20 to it, it coincidentally equals Morwen Yan. Wormwood, right here. And if you line up this with Phoenix, and you calculate that angle here, it'll be 23.4 degrees, pretty bang on, meaning that from here to that line is 66.6 degrees, and I find that to be significant, which is why I think that in the cellular energy device there has to be light coming into the closed loop system, and I think on the X, or let's say the Y-axis here, what am I doing? On the Y-axis here, let's say 45 degrees this way, and then let's say 23.4 degrees out of the page, because of, I don't know, up here, when this diamond 23.4 gets mapped up here to where the zeros are, it would say 23.4, 23.4 up there. Okay, so I think that's significant. I have videos on that. I'm not set up to talk about that right now. It's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about crazy stuff. Anyways, so the Georgia Guidestones have light, coming through it. Very important light stuff. Okay, now, light coming in on an angle. Light coming in on an angle. Okay, what are the Georgia Guidestones? They're 4. Here, what are they? Right here, boom. It's 1 tablet, 2 tablet, 3 tablet, 4 tablets, 5 for a one-dimensional line in the middle, and 6 for a capstone thing on top. Wow, remember there's like a little cube cut out of one of them? Okay, how many would that be? Would that be 7 stones? And isn't there a plaque on the ground over here that says all the dimensions of all the things about the Georgia Guidestones? Wouldn't that be the 8th stone? Like this thing right here that tells you all about, on the grass, all about these important measurements and crap? Okay? So that'd be 8. 1 of 7, but not really anymore because they took that cube out and destroyed it. So it's like, now it's officially 1 of 7 with the one on the floor, I guess. Okay? And what is this? This is an X, 10, one-dimensional line in the middle, 11. Maybe this plate is the circle around the whole thing, 12. And the thing on the floor over here is the 13. Oh, 1 of 7 of 13, don't you say? So you're saying the Georgia Guidestones represents 1 of 7 of 13. Does it represent 110? I don't know. Is that a one-dimensional line going all the way through from the top? Is that a one-dimensional line going all the way through the top? Does that look like a 0? Does that look like a 110? I sure do. I sure think that the Georgia Guidestones symbolize, quite simply, 1 of 7 of 13 of 110, which is 3D Earth. Which a lot of you need to do some catching up in that regard. So what happens after that? I guess everything turns to brown, because if everything's destroyed, it'll become brown. Maybe, okay, well the Earth is brown and green. I'm going to give it I'm going to give it plant life. There. Okay, you get me? Do you get me here? Am I on? Please say I'm on this. Thank you. Oh. Okay, so we're going to get started now with the actual... Okay, so forget this. Okay, Georgia Guidestones. Why am I talking about the Georgia Guidestones? There's a simple reason why I'm talking about the Georgia Guidestones. It is because Georgia Guidestones are a cellular energy schematic. Okay, we're going to go through the list now because it's going to be fun. Hey, Jesus Christ Superstar. I find swallow. Interesting. Northwest Territories. Sparrows represent aliens. Sure guy. Priests must get out of the Catholic Church. I think everyone should. Because you've been all duped into a calculated, trashy lie. Wow. Interesting. Happy Kwanzaa. Saturn wrecked by God. Am I wrecking you sufficiently, Saturn? The one who is a hypocrite. Am I now? Am I a hypocrite? Use your discernment. Nice. My last days. Am I going to die? Torture is not wrong. Sure it is. I'm fed up with you. Pretty much. Are you fed up with me? Good. Get rid of me then. Hath God cast away his people? Probably. Austin has to be everyone. That's interesting. Witnesses resurrected. That's you, the viewer. You are the witnesses of this tomfoolery. Okay? And you got to get it. You need to understand what I'm saying is not a bunch of bullshit. I am sorry. I cannot control his he cannot control his savagery. He cannot. Speaker of the House, Newt Gingrich. Oh, look at these things. Look at that. Wow. XII. 12, 7. Geez, 12, 7. That's like a 5, 7 next to a 7. You know, like an Armageddon. It's like a 5, 7 next to a 7. There's your 12, 7. There's your other 12. This is 12 again. Maybe the 6 and the 7 down here. 13, but it's really 12. I don't know. And then 23. Maybe that's the 13 here, because this right here, that would be your 20. And then you'd have 1, 2, 3. Maybe. Maybe that's what that means. Who knows? Austin, you are Jew. Huh. Not even scientifically possible. No, it's not. The crazy retardedness that Kevin creates is actually a random happenstance experiments of tomfoolery and nonsensicalness. And I'm sorry you're witnessing it. We just are. Win the Stanley Cup guy. Yeah, the free energy cup probably. Like a diamond on a infinite knot. That's what all cups look like, really. Years in the wilderness. Yeah, sure. Who is measuring their lots? You should measure everything. Possessed by power. Yeah, power. Like, you know, like watts. The unit for power. Hmm. Hmm. Who has the DNA of Eve? I have a pretty good idea who. 20 degrees Celsius. I see 23, C. Usually it's dot C. 20 dot C is like a 21, 3, 24. A warning from history. Yeah, don't repeat it. The secret of living life to the fullest. Is understanding creation code maybe, and understanding that all synchronicity in life are beautiful. Well, that's weird. Sure. Jesus has a sign of Scorpius. Jesus has a sign of everything. Scorpio. I know a few of those. Yeah, there you go. Your old God is not going to save you. Your old God is there to trick you and make you a mental slave of bullshit. Pi divided by 11. Really, what is that? Is equal to 3.14159. 3.14, yeah, divided by 11. 2855990909. Austin Lee Meredith connection, 55. That's important on the table. 9 by 9 matrix. 90. 90, 90. 91, 91. The 1 by 9, the 1 by 9. Anyways, whatevers. Yeah. Hey, child, stay wild. I will. I will indeed. Ongoing strength and resilience of the U.S. economy. Well, that's going to crash once cellular energy becomes big. Sorry about all the global markets and all you retards who put your money in a bunch of stupid people who were like, stealing from you. Wow, psychopathic torture murderers. You know those guys? Christened with understanding. Yeah, you have been. You're my slave. Yeah, because you're supposed to go out there as a witness and spread the word of truth. But because of unbelievable stupidity, I don't think you're going to do that. Because you don't believe me. Anyway. If it doesn't fit, you must have quit. OJ. OJ. What is that? 15, 10, 25. Look at that. 25. Who cares if it's coming from a loser like me? And they're like, OJ. If it doesn't fit, you must have quit. Alright, where's the 25? We've seen a lot of 25s. Right? 25. Okay, well, OJ. It's 15. So if we have 4, 5, 6, and we circle the 4, 5, 6 as a 1 by 3, the circled 5 would be your 15 for your O, and your J would be the 10th letter of the alphabet, and that's the 4 and the 6, which is 10. So the circled 4, 5, 6 is significant of OJ and OJ Simpson. Rightio, moving on. I'm with her under Saturn. I'm with under Saturn. No, I didn't click it. I did. I am not with all that nonsense, retardedness. I don't know. Doesn't even make sense. Who cares if it's coming from a loser like me? There is no dream job, you idiot. No kidding. It's only freedom and like, I don't know, raising your kids and making them happy and eating well and sharing your abundance with others. Wow, Osh, also known as Mason Saint, LOL. Yeah, I'm a Mason Saint because I had to fucking learn what the hell they were doing. To decode the bullshit that is in everything. You got to hear the pancake. That's mine! That is totally mine. You got to hear the pancakes guy 40 times. I wrote that. Look at that guy. You got to hear the pancakes guy. You got to hear the pancakes. Like when you know when to flip them is you got to hear them. There's like a change, okay? When you have the batter on the frying pan and you're making pancakes for your little other babes and you're like and then you know there's a change. You just know and you got to hear the pancakes. Smelling the pancakes. I don't have to watch the pancakes. You got to hear the pancakes guy. You got to hear the pancakes guy. Very important, apparently, because it means Georgia guidestones are a cellular energy schematic. I like the way I said it better. Yes, I like to say you got to hear the pancakes guy, preferable to Georgia guidestones are a cellular energy schematic. Freaking hilarious. Dan died May Day. 2000, whatever. Dan must be dead. Book of the Secret of Creation and the Art of Nature. Wow. Alright, so we're going to stop there. We're going to do a segue to understanding the Genesis 1 of the Georgia Guidestones, which is view image. Maintain humanity under 500 million in perpetual balance with nature. Now, if I'm proposing that we collect energy via the Schumann resonance of the Earth, I'd say that'd be in balance with nature. In perpetual balance with nature, that is. Now, what is 500 million? Let's talk about maintaining the windings under 500 million. But you need to understand the concept of the plus one. Of the plus one. Denoted here by the brackets and the spelling mistake. Now, plus one is very important. So we're talking about a free energy wheel. Now, my free energy wheel is... Okay, the free energy cell has 6 faces and 8 vertices, okay, for a total of 14 things that spin. Now, obviously, the faces, whoa, yeah, the faces are going to have bigger wheels than the vertices, okay? That's just the nature of the cube, okay? Now, all your faces, okay, are going to have one big wheel turning, like, let's say, that. And all your vertices are going to have wheels turning like that. But what you really want, because of power calculations that I did in old videos that no one cares to look at, your faces need 3 of these, concentric, like 3 wheels coming off the same axle. And your vertices need 5 wheels coming off the same axle because they're going to be smaller and these are going to be bigger. But I believe the ratio of 3 bigger wheels and 5 bigger wheels are a very interesting synchronistic thing. Now, if you break a circle or a wheel into 36 quadrants, 36 quadrants. Let's start with the blue, not that blue. Okay? You're breaking a circle into basically 1 bearing, 8 magnets, 1 bearing, 8 magnets, 1 bearing, 8 magnets, 1 bearing, 8 magnets, and it becomes a full circle. Okay? You understand that? That's 9, 9, 9, 9. Equal 9 times 4. Oh, there you equals 9 times 4. You know, there, 36. Okay, we're all up to speed on math. Now, I believe you need 3 poles. Okay, I forget what it's called, tripole or whatever. But what's going to happen is you're going to have to divide the 36 into 3 because you're going to have to wind A, B, C windings, A, B, C windings, A, B, C windings, you know, dot, 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 12 of them. Okay? So that's going to happen. But those 3 times 12 is your 36. Now, I also said that every one of the So there's magnets. Yeah, there's magnets. This I'm talking about heaven, but I'm talking about magnets, stationary, and bearing station. This is talking about the inside the icosahedron inside of cellular energy heaven. Now, your wheels that are spinning around the solenoids that are fixed on the faces and vertices of the cube, you're going to have solenoids there. The solenoids are going to be wound 400 times each. Okay? These are your solenoids. 400. On solenoids. Okay? Very important. Now, this right here is equal to 12 times 400. So, that's not enough. That equals 4,800. But if you take that number and multiply it by 3 for the total number of windings on any one of the wheels, doesn't matter how big it is, you get 14,400 in a wheel. Okay? In a wheel. So a wheel, just in case you didn't realize, is a circle. And a circle is like, I don't know, a +1. So you're going to have to do a +1. And where are you going to do a +1? I think you do a +1 in magnitude. So I think you're going to get your 144 trapped souls of the Bible, let's say. Okay? Now, 144,000 is interesting, okay? Because remember I was talking about energy. Again, your 6 faces, 8 vertices right here. Let's color those, I don't know, let's go with like a light mauve. And let's go with a light mauve, okay? Your 8 vertices are going to have 5 wheels each. Okay? Like this. And your 6 faces are going to have 3 wheels each. Now, these ones are dependent on these ones. If you remember my old videos from the past, okay? When I talked about the power on my scraps of paper, I always mentioned that you're going to have 2 circuits. The voltages of the 2 circuits are going to be 119 volts and 217 volts, which is roughly the 120 volt circuit and the 220 volt circuit for North American power consumption. Okay? It's the way it works to get full numbers to make the math awesome by coincidence. Now, to make the faces be 217 volts, you need to merge the 3 rings of heaven with the 2 X's of heaven. Meaning the 2 voltages are going to have to be connected in series to produce, you're going to have to take, so imagine this, on every wheel, okay, you got to think of where the voltage comes from. Give me 2 wires in my hand and tell me where this comes from. So if you were to wind solenoids, you know what a solenoid is? I don't even know. I don't know what you guys know, guys. This is a solenoid. Okay, it is a wound piece of copper. Now, solenoid, like an A, B, C. Let's see if I can find one. Solenoid ring. Solenoid, I don't know. Pole. I don't know. 3-pole. Show me the wave. Don't want all this crap. No. Oh, this is... What am I trying to look up? I'm looking up solenoid. Ring. A, B, C, please. Anything? Solenoid. Oh. Ooh, getting closer. Ooh. Ooh. It's not what I want. I don't even know what it's called anymore. I don't even know. It's not, I want a toroidal. I want to make a torus out of 36 solenoids, which means that this thing right here will have 36 things like fan blades sticking out, and those fan blades will be wrapped 400 times with copper, but you're going to go from an A, B, C, and then you do a phase shift 1 over and go A, B, C, and then you're going to do phase shift 1 over again, and you're going to get 12 of them, 12 circuits, because you need 3. 3-pole. Like this, kind of. Oh my god, I'm going to have to find a goddamn video. Anyways, I remember that video had all these pictures, so you're going to have to believe me. But anyways, over here, what I said is that so, alright, let me just go like that and like this. So this one here, the vertices represent your 119 volt, and these guys are going to represent your 217 volt circuits. Now, all that means is that since you have to use one of these feeds, so let's say, here, let me just put it at me. You take one end of you have a really long piece of copper, okay? You take one end of the copper and you start to go clockwise around something. Oh my god. Okay, you're going clockwise around something. Okay, here. And then you're going to go here and go counterclockwise 400. And then you go here and go clockwise 400. And then that end of the wire and the beginning end of the wire are your positive and negative voltage sources. Okay, positive and negative voltage sources. Okay, you take these now because they're going to be wound in that pattern with 11 other circuits that are ABC, like phase shifted each time. So you're going to have 12 positives and 12 negative ends of wire. Okay? Do you get this? There are 12 quadrants of a clock. The one going in and the one going out are your positive and negative for your voltage. Now when you take these, that counts as a feed. Okay? It will produce on the vertices, on the 8 vertices, you're going to have 5 wheels the same, where you're going to have to wind 5 times the solenoids because they're going to be all the same on this, and the magnets are going to be on the wheels. The wheels are going to be on the axle. The axle will be spinning as one with 5, a 5 to 1. 5 to 1, baby, 1 in 5. Okay? The vertices are key because you need to take a circuit. A circuit means a positive and negative wire coming out of one of the solenoids from the 5 of any of the vertices. Now, how many is that? Okay, well, you have 8 vertices and you have 5 wheels, right? Each, and you're going to get 12 circuits off each of them. That's 480 circuits. Whereas the other guys, you're going to have 12 circuits, you're going to have 3 wheels, and you're going to have 6 faces, which is 216. What, the name of God? You idiots of life? You know your Pi movie? The true name of God? 216 characters? Give me a fucking break. It's right here. It means something about energy that you don't know. Now, if we were going to subtract, because you can't get 216, right? So if you take 480 and we're going to subtract 216, you're going to get 264. So you're actually going to have 264. 264 times 117 volt circuits, and you're actually going to have 216 times 219 volt circuits. And I believe the amperages, I can't believe offhand, but I think they're good. Okay, this is what I think is going to happen. So that means is that these are not counted as additional additional to the 480. Okay, you get 480 no matter which way you swing it. Okay, because that's the way it is. I didn't make up the rules. I just stumbled across them. Okay, so you're going to have more 117 volt circuits than you're going to have 200 and what is that? 217 volt circuits. What is this? Oh, sorry, I'm backwards. 219 volt circuits. You're going to have less of these and more of these. Okay, so that's probably useful. Okay, all that means is that at the end of the day, right here, this number was derived because you're going to take 14,400 windings per wheel on the vertices. You're going to multiply them by 8, vertices, and 5 wheels. Your 12 is already counted in there. 12 circuits of the wheel are counted for already in the 114,400. So when you hit enter here, look, you get 576,000. 576,000 made Kevin's ears perk. Okay? Because of this, a 76, and we're making a 5,000, which is a V with a line on top of it. We're making a 5,000. It's a V with a line on top of it. It's like a V and a 76. This is a 5. We live in 5-dimensional Earth. I'm trying to get this across to people. So I find it very interesting that a number comes out to that. But wait till they see this. So then, a 3 is the 1 is very important, as we remember. A 3 is the 1. When you have your, your light switch over here, your, hot. Oh, let's not do that. You're hot or you're cold. Okay? So when you turn this to on, these should be all on. Okay? That's what I'm trying to get at here. So 3 is the 1 is important because when you have 3 concentric rings, they act as a 1. If you have your 3 dimensions, your X, your Y, and your Z axis all fused together with metal, all conductive, and that's your 3 rings connected together will represent the axles, the magnets acting on the axles going to the 6 faces. Okay? And your 2 rings, your 1 on your 45 and your 1 on your 45, that will be fused together inside of the icosahedron of heaven, will be the 117 volt. Okay, that's where your positive voltage source. So this is where the voltage comes from. When you have all your little magnets set up and all your little springs and all your little coils, you're gonna have a bunch of 3 volt voltage sources. And when you connect them all up in series, your voltage will add, but your current will halve. Not a problem, because we don't want a lot of current, because we're gonna be putting these charged rings, the 3 rings at 219 volts and the 2 rings at 117 volts, are going to be in salt water, creating electrolysis. Maybe providing a medium which is not air to allow a spark gap so that energy can come down as lightning from heaven to the earth. Now what's at the end of the axle will be a magnet. The axle will be made of steel. So if you're taking the positives from all of the magnets, all of the voltages, and you're going to be fusing it together on those rings, the negatives have to go somewhere. The negatives will be at the end of the housing of the cube on the axle itself. As it rotates, it'll be a negatively charged axle, meaning your wheels will be negatively charged, meaning your magnets, which are being held by metal, your 3 of them for your faces, or your 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of them for your vertices, will be negatively charged at either 117 volts or 219 volts. That tip of that axle is in that salt water. So your positive will be the anode, or the, 1, 2, 3 rings of heaven that are going to be made of metal, steel, let's say, and fused together, or your 2 rings for your vertices, because you can get 4 axles on the top, 4 axles on the bottom, with this configuration, will be 117 volts. It's 32, you're 23. Okay? So, anyways. A 3 is the 1 is important. I keep talking about the Father, Son, and the Holy Spirit is all just the 1. But what are we adding a 1 to? I think we're adding a 1 to an order of magnitude, because we're talking in the terms of hundreds of thousands. I think we're going to add a 0, 0, 0. Okay? So if we add a 0, 0, 0 to 576,000, we're going to get 576 million. It's the same concept as over here when we talked about this. The 14,400 is in a wheel. You get a +1 of magnitude, so 144,000 of your quote-unquote trapped souls in the Bible. And we're going to do a 3 is a 1 here. It's an order of magnitude, but we're going to, instead of putting 1 0, we're going to put 3 zeros, and we're going to get this. Now, George Guidestones talk about that number. But what is that number? That's actually just a 5 with a 3, and a 2 zeros, like a 2, 3, 3. Like over here, 2, 3, 3. Booyah, right here in the middle of the X. That's where your 233 is. It's the middle of the X of Fibonacci. It's a Fibonacci number. Okay, right here. 1 of 13. No, 13's important. Oh, maybe because of this. Huh, 13, 2, 3, 3. Now, what happens if you read it backwards? If you read it backwards, the 2, 3, 3 is actually like a 3, 2, 2, which is ego. So, let's just keep all this highlighted. Okay? Even that. So what do we get here? What is 2 plus 3 plus 3? 8. So you're going to have 8 brackets of 5 and 8 brackets. You're going to have an 8, 5, 8. Okay, but you remember, you have to plus 1 to everything because the Georgia Guidestones teach us about plussing 1 to stuff. Okay, it does. It literally teaches you. By the author is teaching you. R.C. Christian is teaching you how to plus 1 things. So when you plus 1 things here, okay, you got to plus 1. What are you going to plus 1? I think you're going to plus 1 the thing because you're going to put a 6 in the middle because a 6 surrounded with 8 brackets is really, 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 really interesting to me. Really interesting to Kevin. Please be on this. Thank you. 8 and a 6 is a 14. It's a complete fucking cell. There's 8 languages and 4 ancient ones. 2 groups of languages. If you have an 8 in a circle and a 4 in a circle, that's a 12 and 2 circles, or a 14, which is completely very synchronistic. Now, if we plus 1 and write it out properly, you're going to have 600 million. Under that is 576 million. 576s. 5 9x9 matrices. 5D Earth. 2 eyes in 3D space. Maintain windings under 600 million in perpetual balance with nature. Yes, this is how you create a cellular energy device. Yes, these are all little clues on how to create a cellular energy device and how, light coming into the model is goddamn important. Book of the Secret of Creation and the Art of Nature. Sure. Blessed is the king that comes in the name of the Lord. Planet Lunch. Okay. Confusion is only one way of understanding. Maybe I came up with the confusion way of understanding. End of the 17th cycle, 442. That's interesting. I talked about 422 earlier. And the angels, this is the reverse, backwards and reversed of it, And the angels which kept not their first estate, all creatures great and small, the Lord God made them all. That rhymes. 13 stars of glory on the American dollar bill. I wonder why. 13. Start looking at your American currency and understand 1 of 7 of 13 of 110 of 2143. Or 1 of 7 of 13 of 110 of 2143, which is 5-dimensional Earth consciousness. It was the string that found the path direct. Sure. I don't know what that means. Not really. I'm nothing special, guy. I'm an angry guy. Here, for set earth on fire of unconditional love. Yes, I do love everyone, so I'm giving away knowledge for free. And not really worrying about too much about death. You bunch of chicken shits. Won't even go out and talk about this with people. And destroy those who destroy the earth. Because the people who rule you are assholes. Transpiration of the Bose-Einstein condensate. I don't know what that is. I don't really care to look it up right now. Flock of goats. Greatest of all time. Holy Spirit gene arrival means church is over. Please, for the love of God, stop going to church, you mindless assholes. He is withholding her check as a negotiating tool. I don't have any money, so sure, whatever you want to believe. There you go. Lord God, heal the brokenhearted and bind their wounds. I can't even bind my own wounds and unbreak my own heart. That happened, whatever. I wonder, I try to use it daily. I am the B666 of the Lord of Hosts. Sure, guy. The longitude of the apex of the great bend of the Nile. I don't want to look at that much magnitude of nonsensicalness. Yeah, whatever. The lust of the flesh. I think they spelt that wrong. It's nice to see how everything fit together. Yes, it is nice. I actually really am amazed, balls, about how beautiful creation is. Renew my heart, O Lord, that my light may shine. No, whatever. His parents' name were Bob and Rosemary Sanders. Sure, whoever that is. Austin, I will love you until the end of time. Sure thing, guy. I don't know what that means. I don't want to read that. Jim Beatles, I don't know what that is. Remember, it's a new year, which means new beginnings. Interesting. When is your new year? That happened. I don't know what that means. Stupid things. Yeah, that you live in hell. Hell is now. Hell is the now. Hell is your three-dimensional Earth consciousness, not five-dimensional Earth consciousness. Like, three concentric rings on the faces and five concentric rings on the vertices. Guy, really? Oh, and the evening and the morning were the sixth day. Six circled 8 times is pretty interesting. Yeah, the Bloods and I was actually thinking this. This is kind of wild. Please be on this. The Bloods and the Crips, like the West Side and the East Side, the West Coast and East Coast rappers, and their little whatever bullshit fucking feud. Bunch of retards that can barely spell and just, anyways. Bunch of degenerates. Two sides of the same coin. They're both trying to depict creation, and they're slamming each other with rhymes based on who can depict creation better with their slams. Oh, Austin Lee Meredith, you are not of that world. I don't know what world Austin Lee Meredith's from. Definitely not from him. Here. This is a land of retards. But we're waking up and we're going to get smarter. And I have faith in this. I do have faith. But until I'm shown this faith, I am seeing like glimpses of it. Like I've been getting a little bit of niceness here and there, which is neat. The New World Order is forged out of blood and fear. No, it's not, guy. That sounds backwards. Oh, man will destroy the Earth with nuclear bombs. That just is retarded. If that happens, that just proves that I'm right about how retarded people are. She is the deadly defense of the true Jesus Christ. Well, I don't know. Maybe my wife would see what it is I'm talking about. Maybe she'd see that I'm not actually crazy. And if she were to speak up for me, she is a dragon lady. I mean, if there ever was a phoenix, it would be her. She's a little Scottish lady, a little reddish hair. Come on, gave birth to a ginger. Yeah. Maybe she got the redhead gene like recessed, and then it's like, it's not in plain sight. It's hidden. Yeah, dragon lady. How many dragons are in Lord of Game of Thrones? 3. A 3 is a 1. Oh, whatever. I'm really not afraid of her anymore at this point. Whatever. Yeah. Look at this. Your prayers, A.E. answered. Austin Lee Meredith. I didn't read this before I made this video. You want the computer to be hidden from sight? No, I. It's on the computer, right? Oh, that's good. Yes, so like cursing them in gematria and doing shit like this about people all the time is like this guy is retarded. I don't know. Maybe I think everything works backwards, upside down, and flips. So like if you're like saying that Stephen James Dyson, the chosen host of the Lord, maybe he's like cursing himself. Okay, just gematria is something powerful. I think your words, and only if you can convey them upon a witness, which is what the media does. Which all these popular people do, the trending YouTube channels and bullshit. Like, the GMM channel? Holy fucking Mason, guy. Good mythical morning? These...
Today we ask the age-old question, will it Christmas?
I want them removed from the internet. You're 7, 13, 13. And if you were to capitalize all this, they mean one of 7 of 13 of 110. If you can show me how Good Mythical Morning, or GMM, in capitals, by adding a 26 here, a 26 here, and 26 here, signifies one of 7 of 13 of 110 from a certain point of view, I will give you a cookie. Alright. 1 of 7 of 13 of 110 in some sort of legible way is third-dimensional Earth consciousness. Because it's a 3-4, your visible light spectrum. It's a 3-4. It's a 7, 13, and 110 circled by a 1. So it's like, it's a 4. There are 4 of them. But really, it's just 3 things circled. The visible light spectrum? People only... People only believe what they see? How can we be like God if we only know about one side? You need about the right-hand side and the left-hand side, because if you can't understand the right hand of God, you will not be able to derive the left hand of God. And then you're going to be stuck. 18, sure, whatever. I don't give a shit. There you go. When the seventh seal of Revelation is unsealed, did I just do that? No, use your discernment. Infinite amazing, so sit sunshine. Okay, whatever. So above, so fine. Satan hates the commandments of God. Sure. Okay, you're all fools because here you go, guy. There, sure. These lawyers who think they're above the law. No, lawyers are a bunch of assholes. The beast, can you explain who's young? Okay, whatever. Yeah, whatever. 2011. Yeah, 12. Okay. The people begin to see the things that are unseen. I hope I have helped you. The people begin to see the things that are unseen. You know, with your idol worship or the worship and advancement of reptilian power, whatever you want to believe. Really, I want to know that's going on. Anyways, so that's gematria. I'm done with that. Okay, your Georgia guidestones. Look, it looks like a goddamn X. Like I don't even like look. It looks like an X. And then this right here, the column in the middle, would be like your faces. Look, there's the middle of a face. Look at that, guy. Look, my mind is blown. Look, I was able to find out that this is actually 45 degrees, not that. So the center of this would be one face, two face, three face, four face, one going into the earth, one going above the earth. That's six faces on a cube. And then you have the top corner, the top corner, the top corner, the top corner, and then your bottom corners, which are in the earth. 4 of them. Because your 4 and your 6 make a 14. And you're 1 of 7 of 13 of 110. And the light, which, the angle at which light comes in from the North Star is important. And the light in which the sun enters is important. And the fact that you have classical Greek, Sanskrit, Egyptian hieroglyphics, and Babylonian cuneiform is 4 languages, and then you have Spanish, English, Russian, Chinese, Arabic, Hebrew, Hindi, Swahili is 8, circled. 8 circled and 4 circled is a 14. It's a 12 circled twice. No? Maybe? Maybe. So, if I was smarter, maybe I'd figure out exactly, maintain humanity, maintain windings under 600 million in perpetual balance with nature to create free energy. It says right here on the first line, hidden in plain sight. Now, you can go watch any other video about the Georgia Guidestones and then tell me whether or not they have it better than I do, and I didn't even have to decode the whole thing. Right? So please be on this. So, there you have it, okay? There's my Georgia Guidestones. Now, if you haven't been liking my music videos about the numbers in music, you think that's all coincidence, then sure, okay? Like, unsubscribe, okay? If you think I'm right, pay it forward. Tell 3 people. Maybe they'll tell 3 people. Maybe they'll tell 3 people. We need to wake up as a collective. And Kevin's had enough of sitting here on my hands. Kevin wants to go, go, go. Kevin does not like slow, slow, slow. And if you have any problems going back in time and watching videos, like this is a month, man. You have a month of shit to do. I'm sorry. I don't know how to explain it to people. And I don't want to tell you on an individual person-to-person basis if what you think you know is correct or if what you think you know is incorrect. Because I don't give a shit. All I care about is the truth and proving whether or not this is crazy or whether this is the truth. So I can get it off my mind. Okay? The KJV. Kevin John or Kevin Janik. That's a KJ and a KJ, making a V. Okay? This is my Bible. Okay? Mine. Now, all you need to do is read 3/4 of a page of a book. Go through some old videos of mine. Maybe that say Genesis 1 in the title. And then go on from there because I kind of got into the gematria and I just was going with the flow a little hard. So nothing is really cataloged. Like in Rick and Morty, when he's putting the crystals on the guy's head. Oh my god. And he's saying things like, oh, I should, I'll find it later. He's saying, I should really find better naming scheme because he had like little random stickers on them that said random things. And he said something, I better file these better. Between the blue, the red, and the purple crystals that were basically moments of time which he erased from Morty's memory. So I should catalog my shit better. Okay? Should handle my shit better. But, like, does this not make sense? Isn't that outstandingly synchronistic? All I'm doing is applying the fact that there's a plus 1 to an order of magnitude here. And understanding that a 3 is a 1. And then adding a 3 is a 1 order of magnitude to a number which is not anything to do about human population, which I believe is something to do about windings. Like, you want to keep the windings to a minimal. I don't know why. Maybe, like, don't go nuts and put, like, 4,000 windings each. 400 will do. Pig. It'll do. So, you know, this is nuts. Okay? It's too synchronistic. That 6, the 5, that needs to be plus 1 to be a 6 is circled 8 times. Okay? This is nuts. And this number is definitely lower than that number, which would be the number on the guidestones in English, in the first line, plus 1 to the only number that can really be plus 1 to, which is not going to be at the end of the zeros, in my mind.
I'm tired of fighting. I'm tired of fighting. Fighting for a lost cause.
Remember that. Please be on this. Yeah. Alright, so I'm done. Let's go back to my list here. Alright, so we did this stuff, we did that stuff, we did that stuff. Looks like we're all done. Where are you going? Welcome to Population Mind Blast. Damn it. Welcome to Mind Blast City. Population U. Welcome to Mind Blast City. Population U. What is that? Symbolizing the line going through the heart? The Manderbolt set? You want to make fun of how I say shit? Go fuck yourself, you ignorant piece of shit. Wow. That what you thought love was for. Baby, you're